Hi guys, good day to everyone on my TikTok page. Happy Saturday to each and every one of you all. Today my topic is personality development through lifespan. I'm going to be talking about a well-known psychologist by the name of Eriksson, and he had eight stages of personality development. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about these 8 stages and also how they can affect and they can shape personality development in an adult. Okay, within Eriksson's theory, he believes that personality can be determined by biological and social factors. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about the 8 stages. Now, these stages are very crucial. They are crucial because when a person becomes an adult and they are experiencing some form of depression or anxiety, or this person are perpetuating abusive behavioral traits, therefore this person have encountered some form of crisis during their rearing stage. Okay, crisis, some form of crisis. Anytime crisis has intervened, therefore the normal sequence will be contaminated. Okay guys, so let me get into it. So in the first stage of Eriksson personality development, it is the oral sensory stage. This stage develops from baby, the time the child was born, to the age of 1 year old. Now within this stage is very crucial, very important stage, because the child learns trust. It learns to trust people within this stage. At a very young age, children develop certain characteristic traits. Trust. Once the mother meets the needs of taking care of the child, the mother is allowing the child to be reared or raised in a healthy environment, the child will develop trust. If the mother is rearing the child in a very unhealthy environment, the child is going to be developing mistrust. That means that the mother has not met that need. So within the oral sensory stage of Eriksson personality lifespan development, the child in the oral sensory stage, the child can develop trust or the child can develop mistrust. Okay, the second stage is the muscular anal stage. This stage, the child will be around the age of 2 to 3 to 4 years old. The reason why they call it the muscular anal stage is because the child is learning to be potty trained. During this time where the parent is teaching the child to be potty trained, the parent is going to be teaching the child. Sometimes the child may go through some form of shame. Okay? But the parent is teaching the child to be independent, to have their own free will, to be self-restrained, to take control of their bowel movements. So if they feel like they need to urinate, or they need to do number 1 or 2, therefore they need to use the potty or the restroom. Okay? And once the parent has been successful in this stage, the child will develop autonomy. Okay? Once there has no involvement or intervention of crisis, the sequence will flow on to the other stage successfully. The other stage, on the other hand, is locomotor genital, which is the age of 3 to 5. During this stage, the parent is going to teach the child love. They're going to teach the child guilt when they feel guilty, and they're going to teach them their purpose. Okay, at a very early age, you see, 3 to 5, teaching them about guilt. When you feel guilty, they're going to teach them their purpose, okay, in life, at around their age group. But they're going to start teaching them what is purpose. Okay, the other stage is, that one is 3 to 5. The other stage is the latency stage, which is 6 to 11. Okay, at this stage the child is walking. Then the parent is going to teach the child industriousness, which is you need to work hard in order to achieve your goal. The parent is going to teach the child inferiority, right? Of course, the child is going to teach the child that sometimes when you go through challenges or struggles in life, you need to be resilient. You're going to overcome it. You're going to be okay. Okay? And of course, the parents is going to teach the child the parents are going to teach child competence, be proficient, okay, in the latency stage. The other stage moving forward is adolescent, 12 to 18 years of age. During the adolescent period, the child is knowing about their identity, ego identity. Now, there are two identity phases. There are identity cohesion, which everything has went well, it has gone well, everything is okay, right? There has been no crisis intervention taken place. So, therefore, identity cohesion. But identity confusion is where crisis has intervened. Crisis has intervened. The child is going through identity struggles during their adolescent, during the period of 12 to 18 years of age, the adolescent period. The child is going through crisis. During that stage, the child, the child is going through issues. So they call it identity confusion. Okay, so moving forward, we have young adult, which is 18 to 35. Young adult experience intimacy, right? SEX. Sometimes they experience isolation. They feel isolated from the world, from themselves. And they learn to love. They enter into relationship. They have mutual devotion with their significant other. And also, they have shared identity with their significant other. The other stage is adulthood, 35 to 55. Now, during this stage, adult people can go through generativity. Now, generativity, they are sharing they are sharing their ideas, and they are giving advice to the younger people. They are contributing to society. That's generativity. Then adults can sometimes go through stagnation, midlife crisis. They feel bored, they feel frustrated. Sometimes when you see some people have an attitude when they are adult, things are not going well, they are going through stagnation. And also they can have care, where they want to advise the younger people. They want to advise them. They want to share their life experiences with them. Okay? And then we have late adulthood, 55 plus. Now, the late adulthood, they can go through ego integrity, meaning that they are pleased about the way their life, the things that they went through or going through in their life. They are quite pleased with how their life is at now. Or they can go through despair. They feel miserable. Some old people, you see some old people want to curse you out. They are going through despair. They don't like when they look back at, when they look back at their life, they're like despair. Oh my God, they feel miserable. They're miserable. I work with a lot of old people, and some of them can be very much miserable. Or they may have wisdom, integration of life experiences. As they look back at their life, they have wisdom to share to the world. The reason why I want to share Eriksson 8 stages of personality development, because it's very important to know. To know that as you are raising a child from a baby to an adult, if the child experiences any form of crisis intervention, it can affect the personality development of that child. In today's world, I'm not only speaking, when I speak, I like to talk about my country of birth, Trinidad and Tobago, which experience the crime rate is very high. But also here in the US, we have a lot of incidents, whereas we have young people committing crime like act. Okay? So all over the world, there is crime. But when you look at the statistics, a lot of young people are committing this crime. and some of these various crimes. And also young people are also unaliving themselves. Young people are experiencing depression and anxiety. Okay, and sometimes we ask ourselves, like, why? Sometimes these children had some form of crisis intervention in a negative way while they were being raised or reared. Okay, now, as I told you guys, if there's any crisis intervention, it's going to affect the child's personality development. Plain point blank. And we as parents, it's our responsibility to raise and rear our children the right way. You all see at the early age, the oral sensory stage, when the child is a baby to 1 year old, the child learns to trust and mistrust. Now, if that stage is not being taught successfully, if the child is not being learned that stage in the success way or manner where the child learns to trust, the mother has meet that need. If the mother don't meet that need, the child is going to become an adult, and he or she is not going to trust anyone. They are not going to trust anyone at all, because that stage has not been completed successfully. So at that early age, the oral sensory stage, trust and mistrust. The child learns to trust, or also the child can learn to mistrust, meaning they don't trust anyone. He or she don't trust anyone at that young age. Okay? And then we have the anal stage, the muscular anal stage, where the child learning to potty. But while the child is learning to potty, the parent is teaching the child independence. The child is the mother or the father is teaching the child to be independent, to be self-sufficient, self-restraint, control. And once that stage is completed successfully, the child is going to develop autonomy. So every stage in Eriksson, 8 stages of personality development is very, very, very important. And that's why we as people living in society, we try to ask ourselves, what is happening to this generation? What is happening to our young people? What is happening to them? Well, crisis has taken place during their developmental stages, some form of crisis. And we as people, we know that a lot of children are being raised in unhealthy environment, very, very toxic environment. And we already have a rise in single parent household, fatherless homes. All of these are contributing to what is happening in society. What is happening in society? Our young people are not being, they don't have morals, they don't have values, they don't have standards, because the parents are not teaching them. They're not instilling, ingraining, indoctrinating, inculcating these morals and values in their children. And they are not raising or rearing them the right way. And these stages, the 8 personality stages of development, they have crisis has intervened and therefore cause problems, issues. So my advice to each parents on my social media platform, I not only speak for TikTok, because I'm going to share this on my other social media platform, to please be mindful that when you bring a child into this world, it is your responsibility to raise and rear them the right way, and to understand and to know that each stages of that child's developmental is very much important. So don't ever think for 1 minute that, okay, I can ignore my child as I can ignore my children. Some people have children, some people may have 1 child. I will ignore them. I don't have to be a good parent right now. They're young. My baby is still young. I can just push her or him to the babysitter. I ain't got time. I can go partying while you're ignoring that child, and you're not loving or nurturing that child the best way, I have to say the best way, okay, that it's going to affect that child personality development when he or she becomes an adult. Okay, so each stages are very much important. So don't think for 1 minute that, okay, I can neglect my child, I can neglect my children, I can neglect them at a toddler age. When they are 3 or 5, I can neglect them. When they become an adult, I will show them more attention. Just remember, each stages of a child is very much important. Okay, so it's our responsibility to raise our children the right way. Okay, so you guys have a beautiful day. Thank you all for listening, and bye.